Hello, and welcome to the Short Take with me and Alex.
How self-centered, like narcissistic, to assume that people would just be like, "Oh, me, Jake."
I put all the work in, so people should know me.
Should and do is two different things, right? Like, it's not the same thing.
If they don't know who I am, then they need to stop listening.
You need to actually turn off the podcast right now. Quick! Oh, do it quick!
Welcome to episode 6 of... Oh no, you haven't done a ditty.
Give me a minute. You introduced it a bit first.
Okay, alright, I'll introduce it then.
The Short Take with Jake.
The Short Take with Jake.
And Alex. I'm Alex.
You are Alex.
I
I'm
wouldn't
Jake.
assume anyone would know that.
Episode 6.
Episode 6.
We're watching... Well, we watched Bottle Rocket.
And the ditty for this one, I feel like we should have done the ditty before this. We
should
really
have, yeah.
need like a list. We need a list to tell us how to start every...
Well, on every other episode, you've done the ditty first.
Okay, so...
Trust you to break tradition.
Classic me.
Yeah.
So the ditty is the same ditty every week, so it's annoying that I have to keep doing it. I don't know why you don't just record me doing it and then play it every time. But the ditty is... bop, 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 a do Short Take, starring Jake and Alex.
I feel like we're verging on copyright claims there.
I don't see what I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna sue you for using the ditty that I wrote for this podcast. I don't see how there is any legal.
I don't know. Why would I pre-record this when I get the joy of listening to it every week?
Same one. I'd like you to sing it once.
Maybe one day. Not today.
Really thought you were gonna do it now.
No.
Really upsetting.
I like to keep them waiting.
We watched Bottle Rocket.
We watched Bottle Rocket, yeah.
What's the synopsis?
It was your pick. I don't know. It was your pick. I feel like you should get the synopsis.
Hang on. There is a synopsis that I found. You can read it. It's very short as well, which is nice. There you go.
Thank you. Okay, this is from IMDb this time.
IMDb.
Dysfunctional friends Diggin and Anthony plan and execute a robbery with their pot-growing friend Bob. Alexopsis?
You want to know what the Alexopsis is?
Alexopsis, yes, please.
Sorry, I never expect you to ask me. So the Alexopsis for this one is, wow, I can't believe we didn't use a single Bottle Rocket.
I was really expecting some kind of commentary about symmetry in that.
What do you mean?
Because it wasn't very symmetrical.
No,
it was a little bit, but...
It wasn't.
But anyway.
Basically, Bottle Rocket is a short film made by Wes Anderson.
It's his first short film, right?
I believe so. At least the first one that people know about.
Yeah.
The main reason being, obviously, it got turned into a feature film. But yeah, it's a first, like one of his first like projects in general, written by him and Owen Wilson, who also stars in it with his brother Luke. Weird, they don't play brothers in it. I always thought that's really weird.
Yeah. Also crazy, Luke is in Legally Blonde, the only one to get famous out of this.
The only single... it's really sad. I wish Owen did something else.
I know.
He's very good in the short film, and I feel like if he did some comedies about weddings or getting married to celebrities... I can
just see that fitting in so well for him.
Yeah, or being like a talking race car. I feel like he'd be a really good talking race car.
Or a time cop.
No.
We don't talk about that one?
No, I just don't think
Not that it exists.
No, I don't think he would be good at that, actually. But yeah, it's... so I've seen this before.
I've not. And I actually... When we watched this just now, it was news to me when you just said that it got turned into a feature. I thought this was just...
Oh, no, it's a feature film.
Like no,
it's a feature film.
So that's cool. To be fair, I did originally think it was a feature, and then we watched this and I was like, oh, okay,
it's a short film.
But then I was like,
no. Yeah.
Got again. I was like, oh, okay, it is a feature.
Bloody, you're...
Oh.
I've been meaning to tell you, this is a bloody prankduction. This is Impractical Jokers.
You're on Impractical Jokers.
You're on Impractical Jokers.
Oh, no.
I'm wearing a backwards cap right now. I feel like it's definitely somebody on Impractical Jokers who does that.
Yeah, I do much prefer Prank Patrol.
You mean Paw Patrol?
Yeah, I do prefer that as well.
Anyway, we're going very off track.
We are.
So yeah, what did you think?
I really liked it.
It came out of nowhere. You were finding the words.
Yeah, no,
I were just normal.
It was really interesting because obviously Wes Anderson has made a lot of films since this, and I've seen most of them, not all of them. I've not seen the feature version of Bottle Rocket, and I've not seen one of the early ones. I always forget which one it is. The one with
Rushmore.
Rushmore.
Oh wow, what a guess!
The Life Aquatic I've not seen.
Oh, that's decent. I like that one.
the one that's not about the train, the Royal Tenenbaums.
Royal Tenenbaums is the best one.
I've
I
not
mean, it's
seen
not
that one.
Grand Budapest is, but Royal Tenenbaums is the only other one that I'm like, that's really good.
And they're all like early works, aren't they? So they're the ones I've not seen. I've seen everything.
Yeah.
I think everything since then.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure, but I think I have.
Okay.
So it's really interesting to see kind of, where he came from.
Yeah, totally.
I think it's really interesting to see how much more Wes Anderson he's become.
Yes.
Than in this.
100%.
He's like I mentioned before, the symmetry is it's noticeable in a couple of shots, but it's really not that present.
No, but it's definitely you can see his eye for framing is already there.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Whereas I guess he must just find it appealing to frame shots certain ways.
Yeah, I don't mean it looked nice.
It did.
It was
a
good looking film.
I think I would argue, so in general, Wes Anderson, not a massive fan. I like
really?
Royal Tenenbaums.
Okay.
I really like Grand Budapest.
Yeah.
And I like Bottle Rocket, both short and the feature.
Okay.
I think the reason, though, is that Bottle Rocket is him before he's found, like you just said, really his style.
Yeah.
And so it's it definitely has his flair in there, but it's more of a film. Like, it's an actual story. I think the short and the feature. Whereas I feel like a lot of films get kind of lost in just being whatever the fuck they are. Like, he just likes to frame things nicely.
See, I would say this short film is... Like, there is a plot to it, but it is a bit more of a no plot.
It's loose, don't get me wrong.
It's very loose, and I love that.
Yeah, it works for it. It's no plot, just vibes.
It's no plot, just vibes.
But I do think his work gets to this point where, especially with stuff like Moonrise Kingdom, I really don't like. Life Aquatic's fine. I think it looks nice, but it's definitely worth watching, but I don't love it.
The French Dispatch is similar.
I haven't seen that still.
It's kind of like... it's more Wes Anderson.
I feel like he's less interested in telling a story than he is making pretty pictures. Yeah. And I think Grand Budapest really works because, I don't know, just the style and the story work together really well. And I just think he really struggles that balance.
I think, I think that's fair enough. I think he can struggle with that. But then, I don't know, it is a film. It is visual.
Yeah, but I don't know, it gets to a point where it's like, why am I watching?
Yeah,
I don't know, but Bottle Rocket I think really works because you do get his style, and it is a great style. Like, he does have some of the prettiest films of all time. Like, you look at them and like, you know it's his. They look amazing. Like, any single shot from almost any Wes Anderson film is a picture. Do you know what I mean? Like, in
100%,
itself.
Yeah, they look.
But I feel like he manages to get that sort of thing across. I think it looks really pretty as a short film. But I think, like, it also is just interesting to watch. And, like, I think he manages to get that quirkiness that he has across with these characters without it ever veering into, like, nothingness, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or just ambling.
I think, for me, in this film, a lot of the interest or like the style and stuff comes a lot more through the characters, like the really well crafted dialogue, the really good beats on the edits. The music was really fun. It didn't actually come as much from the shots, I guess, the artistic nature of the shots, which is what he's known for.
I do wonder if that's also in part to do with Owen Wilson writing it.
Very possibly, yeah. He was only in a couple of the early ones, wasn't he? He was in...
He's appeared in quite a few of them. But appeared.
Yeah.
He's in Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
He's in...
The train one.
Darjeeling Limited. He's also in Life Aquatic, I'm pretty sure. I think he is. He appears in Grand Budapest. But like in a cameo, very small cameo.
Yeah, it's one of the stories in a stories.
No, it's one of the other guys. He's one of the other hotels. Like when they say there's like the coat of arms and all the hotels work together.
Yes.
That's where Bill Murray pops up. He pops up. I'm pretty sure Luke Wilson also pops up. I might be wrong about that. Yeah. But yeah, he's like a small cameo in that. And I'm pretty sure he does a voice in one of his stop motion things. I might be wrong though. I feel like does he play a dog in
I think he does. I think he does play a dog.
Isle of Dogs? I think so. I haven't seen Fantastic Mr.
I actually forgot Isle of Dogs existed. I'm not gonna lie. Quite good. It was alright.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
I think I really, again, like, there's this really nice, like, quirkiness and the low stakes nature of it all is very funny.
I love that, yeah. Like the very opening section when they're just chatting about Starsky and Hutch, isn't it?
Yes, as they're walking to the house they rob.
And they do a couple of little things, like hide the bag in the bushes, and they
Climb
like
over the
climb
fence
over the
together.
fence, and it's like they never stay what they're doing.
It feels like kids walking around talking in like
It does. It
in like
really
a Stand
does.
By Me style film. But also the reveal that it's like his mum's house. Like they're
I
not
love
robbing
that
anyone's
bit.
house. This is his mum's house. Like, and the fact that the reason they can get in is because he's filed down one of the locks on the window, so they can never lock the window and they'll never know about it, rather than using a key because they can change the lock.
Yeah.
That's like, it's little things like that. It's like really stupid, but it's funny. The fact he has a list of things not to steal. He's like, I bought those for my mum on her birthday. You can't steal those. Like,
Yeah, I like that.
the car, when they steal from the car, and he's like, $8. That's a good haul. Like, what? I love this weird surreal world. And then the very reveal, like, I feel like the punchline of the entire short film was the fact that at the end it was $108 they got.
Yeah.
At the end, he's like, that's a good haul.
Yeah.
And like, it's like they just performed armed robbery
Yeah.
for $108, and they're really happy with it. But they got away with it. Like,
They did.
it's very, very interesting.
Yeah. I did kind of think that the punchline would be that they got arrested. But I was
Yeah, I
quite
get
pleased
that.
they didn't.
Yeah. It's
I was-
funny they don't.
Yeah. And I like the bit in the credits where they're
They have the
racing
race.
each other.
Yeah, very
that's
funny.
fun. Yeah.
Very interesting again that they cast brothers, but they're not playing brothers. I mean, that's really fascinating. But it works because they don't look that much alike.
They really don't. They really don't look similar.
I believe I have a conspiracy that the Wilson brothers aren't brothers.
They sound the same.
They do sound very similar. And I feel like if you know they're related and you look at them, you can kind of see it.
You can.
It's just
yeah.
not clear. Because I think it's because one's like very blonde and the other one's not.
Yeah,
Do you know
very
what I mean?
blonde,
Like,
long hair, and
yeah.
then short brown hair. It's like, yeah.
Doesn't work.
Yeah. Different hair. Can't tell that they're brothers.
That's not how it works. You don't. You have the same hair or you're not related. Every ginger person I'm related to. There's a fact for people who haven't seen me but are listening.
Yeah, you're ginger.
I'm ginger. Did you know?
It disgusts
We should have had
me.
a poll. We should censor what I've just done. Censor every time I say my hair color.
Yeah.
And have a
poll.
a poll, or just in the comments. And the first person to guess my hair color right gets.
Nothing.
No, they get something, but we won't say what yet.
Okay.
It'll be nothing, but like that's the reveal to them
Yeah.
later on. Censor when I said it will be nothing. Yeah, it's very. I think something I thought was very interesting about it. So this came out in 1994.
Okay, I thought it was earlier than that.
No, 1994, and I think a massive influence on this film was Reservoir Dogs, specifically.
Had that come out?
1992 that came out, 1993 maybe.
Yeah.
It was around that time. But I'll tell you what it is. It's the fact that in Reservoir, the opening scene of that is all the guys sat in a diner just having a weird conversation about pop culture. And that was like revolutionary at the time. That didn't happen in films.
Yeah. And
I feel like that is literally all this film
That's
is.
what
It's
this
just
is.
like, what if we had some criminals? It's obviously a lot lower stakes and it's a different tone. But it's that joke of criminals just talking about pop culture or talking about just casual things.
Yeah.
Before and after, like, robbing places.
Yeah. I did get the vibe of Reservoir Dogs a little bit from it.
100%.
Yeah. I did get that vibe, definitely.
I had a look for the budget.
Okay.
So, I don't know how believable this is. I'll tell you what, the film that came after it, the feature film, was 5 million, 7 million. There doesn't seem to be a single number. It says either one of those.
Yeah.
It's not a ton. Like,
No, but-
don't get me wrong, for an independent film, essentially, I did read that apparently they made this short film, so it got sent off to someone, and somebody sent it to some exec guy, and basically was part of a studio or a production company, and apparently they had this thing going on where they essentially had some money in the budget, so they were like, you can fund an independent film of your choosing, this guy.
Yeah.
And he chose Bottle Rocket, like off the short film. He was like, I want to see. I believe they had a screenplay for a feature, and like they changed it slightly after getting the funding and stuff, but that's how it got made. But apparently they were raising the money for the feature. They got to 20,000 roughly,
Okay.
and then they used that to make the short instead.
So roughly 20,000.
Yeah, roughly. I don't know how accurate that is. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all they managed to raise, or like, I don't know if they just stopped raising or if they like, do you know what I mean, like reached a certain,
Yeah.
I don't know. But they managed to raise 20,000. The 20,000 is what they used to instead make the short film.
Okay. Do you reckon they had to buy their camera gear as well for that?
I guess so. I would assume so. I don't know what their equipment would have been like.
Yeah.
but I guess, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
There's not much information about the production of it, annoyingly, other than the fact that it ended up becoming Bottle Rocket, the movie. Again, it's all the same cast. There's a lot of stuff that carries over. It's not in black and white, the film.
I thought that was a really interesting...
It is interesting. I think it was probably more of a budget thing than it was anything else.
Yeah, but it still
works.
looked good.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives it this weird timelessness, almost. Like, it feels like it could have been filmed recently.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that carry over. I would say the biggest one being the scene where they are in the field shooting.
Oh, I completely forgot about that bit.
Yeah, great scene.
Yeah.
Very interestingly shot, almost like documentary style, or like home video, like the way they film it, like the bit where I almost literally like basically turns to the camera and he's like, "This is the one," and all that stuff. Like, very funny. That scene is almost directly lifted in the film. Like from the short film, it's almost identical, like very, very similar. It's a bit more Wes Anderson-y, maybe, like a bit more symmetrical at points, and like the bit where they're all stood when it cuts to each of them shooting. I feel like they was trying to do it here and he just didn't, like, very well. But in the actual film, they're shot in the exact same location, so it keeps cutting between them shooting, and they're stood exactly. It's exactly like the frame stays the same. It's just them changing each time.
Yeah.
So it's interesting seeing little things like that change.
Yeah, it's like
if it's a time thing,
tightening up.
Yeah.
That he wanted to.
100%.
That's cool. I like that. It's quite fun to revisit other things.
100%. It's definitely worth watching the film.
I think, I will watch it at some point. I think it's on Disney or something. So
I think it might be.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'll watch that. But yeah, overall, I really liked it. It was fun. It was quick.
Yeah. It's cool seeing like such a big director now.
Yeah.
Where they were kind of starting with.
Yeah. And it was like really interesting to see them fit quite a lot of story into a short amount of time, but also allow each bit of story, like each scene or whatever, to breathe properly, and like it had life, like every bit had life to it, and it was shot in interesting ways. It's the first one we've looked at that's had really notable music.
Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't think about that. It really set the scene.
It really did. Like when they were doing the robbery, it was kind of like bopping along, and the edits were to the music.
Yeah.
And it was like it was notable music.
That's the other Reservoir link. It's like you don't see the robbery. Like at the end, it builds up to this robbery and you don't see it. You just hear about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Which is exactly Reservoir Dogs.
It is. They stole it.
They actually, now I think about it, this movie's we've got a crime in our hands. What are we gonna do? We gotta tell someone, but what if they don't believe us?
To someone else.
What if they don't believe us? We need hard proof. I'm gonna call Wes Anderson right now.
Confess.
Hello, Wes. What? What are you saying? I can't hear you. What you sound like is Alex doing a muffled voice as if someone's talking on the phone. It's indecipherable. Oh my god, I didn't even call him. What's happening?
I think Alex is going crazy. Next week I'll have a new guest.
No! I'm a guest every episode. My guest this week. Man. What would we rate this film in comparison to the other ones?
So currently I've got Smoker's Delight and you've got Tickle Monster as your top.
No, isn't it? Wait.
Yeah, that is correct.
Didn't I say I liked Inside more than Tickle Monster?
No, you did not.
Did I not?
You didn't. You said you nearly did, but you're going to stick with Tickle Monster.
Okay. Yes, I will stick with Tickle Monster. Stickle Monster. I think I made that joke last time.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So you're stuckling with it again?
Oh, that's really hard. This gets harder every time.
It does, yeah. I think for me, this film is very good, but because it's Wes Anderson and I know that he goes on to so much more, I almost don't want to count it, because all of the other films that we've watched are either not, like, the people haven't done anything else. You
say that Tickle Monster's director made a film straight after Tickle Monster, and it's a pretty good film on Netflix. That's true.
It's just because I haven't seen it, so I don't count it.
Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's like a definition for what a short film is.
It's just anything less than 60 minutes, isn't it? I think
that is it. 50 minutes, apparently.
Oh, 50, okay.
A short film is a motion picture up to 50 minutes long. Oh, sorry, a short film, so you're right, 60 minutes is a feature. See, my thing is, I really, really, really like Bottle Rocket, and I think a lot of it is like stuff I really like. Yeah. But when I think about Tickle Monster, that's like 3 minutes. As we all know.
I did look this up. It's not 3 minutes.
It's 3 minutes long. It's just 3 minutes. So three minutes, maybe even 4, but probably 3. And it gets so much done in that 3 minutes. It's like, it's so perfect. that it makes me be like, Bottle Rocket isn't 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I know that's dumb, but like, and it doesn't make
it's a different
sense.
film.
I
It's
know,
a
no, you're
different
totally
vibe.
right.
I think you don't like No Plot Just Vibes as much.
Definitely not.
You're much more of a like.
I do think this has more of a plot than we're making it sound. Like it's not really a no plot.
No, I mean because it's like, I would say it is because
I think the thing
there
it has
is a
is
plot.
dialogue. It has really good dialogue.
It does
I
have
love
that,
dialogue.
yeah.
So that makes me really want to say I like it more. But
yeah, I love well written dialogue.
But I'm gonna be a stickler, and I'm gonna stick with Stickle Monster.
You're going with Sticker Monster.
Stickle Monster.
Okay,
Number
all
one.
right, fair enough. Personally, I'm going to stick as well with Smoker's Delight.
Stick.
There's nothing
Sticko
there.
Good Delight.
There's nothing there.
Sticko Good Delight. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to because I think this. I mean, it is a really good film. This one, and it has a lot going for it
Yeah.
that I really enjoyed. The music is a massive thing because I mean, I guess Smoker's Delight does have that because it's
Really
based on music.
Smoke's Delight was more of a no plots, just vibes film.
It was, and I love No Plot Just Vibes.
Bloody do.
I do, yeah. Can't get enough of them.
Can't get enough of those vibes.
It's just vibes, man. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick, and it's mostly because Wes Anderson's already good. He doesn't need his ego inflating anymore by me saying that Bottle Rocket
If he
is
hears
better.
this, oh bloody hell.
I know.
That's why you have to add a caveat. You go, this is good. I wish he stayed this good.
Oh, if only he'd stayed this good. If only he'd made more films
Oh, what
and
an
not
idiot.
stopped here.
What an idiot.
I know. Such potential.
What
Such a waste.
Waste. Like
I think-
Wes Anderson and waste.
Waste. Yeah.
What a waste.
Oh, I think that's another reach.
What?
Well, okay.
Okay.
I think I've said everything.
I've said every single thing.
I said at least every word once.
Every single one.
Yeah, Bottle Rocket I probably said at least
We
three
need to
times.
listen back and check. Because I don't know, actually. I don't want to say I don't believe you, but I don't believe you.
Wow. Well, I know who's getting replaced next week.
Oh, please don't. So yeah, we'll see. We won't see. You'll hear us next week. We never see them.
You'll hear us next week.
You'll hear us next
And you'll
week.
hear Alex's little ditty.
Oh, I need to do my...
Yeah.
Close. That was so close. I almost didn't...
That was a nice little
remember to do
segue
it.
from me. Very
You
subtle.
might have had to edit it in, like...
No, I wouldn't do that.
One of the previous versions, because they're always the same version.
They are always the
But, like, you
same.
have
Yeah,
to-
so I could do that.
Well, it's fine. I guess I'll just perform it now.
I just enjoy the ambience.
The end credit song.
Done?
Yeah, obviously. That was just not hear the end. That was a song. That was a whole song.
Great. It sounded exactly the same.
Yeah, it's
as
always the
well.
same song.
It sounded exactly the
Yeah.
same, and I loved it, as I do every time.
Exactly. Why does my hand hurt?
Thank you for listening.
You're
And
welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Alex, for listening.
You're welcome.
I'll link the film and the socials and blah, blah, blah.
Classic.
Yeah, classic, whatever Jake says. And I'll see you next week.
Again, won't see them, but yeah.
No, you'll hear us next week.
Bye.
Bye.